Hey, this is Jason with Simius Business, and I'm going to teach you how to play Fortune Famine. Fortune Famine is a digital board game where you play as the ruler of a kingdom on the brink of a long winter. In this game, you will bid on workers, manage resources, and use wizards to become the richest kingdom in the land. Fortune Famine seats 6 players. You can play with your friends via remote play, hosted from one machine, and you can play against any number of AI. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to do 1v1 against the computer. Click on a plus button to add a player. Click on the player again to cycle between a human player and an AI opponent, and click continue. The first player token indicates who goes first. It is passed to the left every round. I'm going to let the opponent go first. Now there are 6 rulers, each with different abilities, and I'll explain them in a different video. Press the flip button to switch between king and queen. I'm going to play King Daznel, and I'm going to play against Queen Fellerin. Fortune and Famine is played across 12 rounds with 5 phases each, broken into 3 years. Each year with increasing odds of there being a famine strike, but also more powerful workers in the deck. We all start with 1 farmer. You pay farmers 1 silver to get 2 grain. Fellerin is wisely bid on a steward. You don't have to pay stewards. They always give you 1 grain straight into your storage. The way bidding works is I drag my coins onto the card I want to bid on, and then I can confirm my bid. However, I don't want to blow all my silver in round 1, so I'm going to drag it back and release to take my money back. I'm going to end turn and let Queen Fellerin have it. In year 1, there's no attack phase, so we go from hire straight to payment. To pay your workers, drag silver and release on their card, and then hit end turn to confirm. Rewards are paid out automatically. Now we move on to the decision phase. The decision phase is where you can move the grain you've been earning into your storage. And that's important because the win condition is whoever has the most stored grain. However, it costs money. Drop a silver here, and then you can move any number of grain you want into your bag. Ah, famine! When a famine card comes up, you're going to lose half of your grain rounded up. As King Daznel, I can avoid the first famine, but I don't have anything to lose, so I'm going to end turn. Fellerin loses 2 grain though. Now I don't have any money, so I can't really do anything, so I'm just going to end my turn. Fellerin took a philosopher. Philosophers are interesting. It allows you to pay a common worker twice. That would be a farmer or a merchant. In essence, acting as if you have 2 of them. We don't have any money. It's been a rough start, so I'm going to end my turn. Now in order to get back in the game, I'm going to take a silver. And so is she. That's a wizard card. You don't have to bid on wizard cards. You can just take them and put them on your mat. This particular wizard card can be played during the reward phase for 2 silver. This is a merchant, which is basically the opposite of a farmer. You pay them 1 grain to get 2 silver. A farmer and merchant combo is a powerful thing to have in your kingdom. So I'm going to take him, even though I can't use him this season. Here's another farmer and a merchant, and I don't need more of them. I'm going to pay my farmer. You can see the philosopher in action. Queen Fellerin paid her merchant twice. And now we move on to year 2. Ah, famine, right out the gate. Now I don't have a lot of grain, and there could be 2 famine cards in year 2. However, I really need to get my economy going, so I'm going to use my token to skip this famine. The trader is a powerful card. Once per season on your turn, you can immediately trade up to 3 silver for grain or 3 grain for silver. It's a good way to keep grain safe from famine when you don't need it, and offers a lot of flexibility. But I can't outbid her, so I'm just going to have to let her have it. She's mixing it up. This time, she paid her farmer twice. I'm going to pay both my merchant and my farmer and get some money on the board. Now I'm at the first decision of year 2. I'm going to take more silver. At these amounts, it's better to have a little extra silver, so you can bid on the good cards. The Jester is one of my favorite cards, and this one is a skilled Jester. A common Jester will automatically give you 1 silver or grain, your choice, but a skilled Jester will give you both. Totally worth having. So I'm going to go ahead and make a bid of 2. Now you see what Fellerin did there. She took a wizard, but she only has 5 slots, so she had to pick a card to get rid of. Now in year 2, there is an attack phase, but none of us happen to have attack cards. Once again, I'm going to pay both my farmer and my merchant. I'm going to be a little risky and leave my grain on the table, take a silver. With Fellerin, she's playing it safe. Ah, famine again! Maybe I should have stored. This is a seer. Seers grant protection from the dark wizard Everthor. It's basically the bad version of the blue wizard. But I'm not really worried, so I'm going to end my turn and keep my money. On to payment. Let's make some grain. I've got a good amount of silver. Now might be a good time to store my grain. However, I know there isn't another famine card in year 2. I don't have to worry about a famine until year 3. So I'm going to take an extra grain. Another good wizard. 2 silver. Not sure if I need it. Skilled merchant. That's a good way to get a lot of money quick. But what I really need is more grain. So I'm going to pass on him and take the wizard. Pay my workers. Get the rewards. And I'm going to play this wizard card. I've got plenty of silver. There could be a famine coming next round. Now normally, I might save a grain so that I could pay my merchant, but I've got enough silver right now, so I'm going to store it all. Having that trader might come in handy. And because my opponent has already used their turn to take a wizard, I'm only going to have to bid 1 silver for him. I won't use him yet, I'm going to use them later. I'm going to pay my farmer, and I'm not going to pay my merchant. I've got enough silver for right now. Fellerin stores a bunch of grain, but I can't remember. How many have I stored? You can always tap on your bag here to see. I'm going to take a grain, and at the end of the season, I might as well turn these back into silver, just in case there's a famine. Speak of the devil. Now, I would just as soon lose this one grain than waste my token. So I'm going to end turn and take the hit. Like I said, I don't need silver, and I don't want to replace anyone on my mat, so I'm going to pass on this wizard. Again, grain is what I need, so I'm going to take one. Famine again. This time I'm going to use my token. I'm still not worried about a seer. No one has an attack card at the moment. Because I can only use my trader once a season, I'm going to use this one to turn 3 of those silver back into grain. I'm going to pay my farmer, but not my merchant, even though I could, because I don't need the silver. We're in the end game now. I could store now. I don't remember how many famines there have been. There can be up to 3 in year 3, but at the beginning of every round, a card is burned and discarded, meaning there may only be 2 famines to worry about. Let's not risk it. I'm going to go ahead and store. Well, I could have waited, but that's alright. Gives me a chance to try out a pickpocket. I have plenty of silver, so I'm going to make sure I get them. Because I don't need any more silver, I'm going to replace my merchant with him. And with no risk of famine, I'm going to go ahead and turn these 3 silver back into grain. Now it's time to attack. Pickpockets allow you to steal 1 silver from up to 2 opponents. Because I don't have 2 opponents, I'll take 1 from my opponent and 1 from stock. This will make sure I have enough silver to pay my farmer and pay to store my grain. Now I do my last store. On the last turn of the game, you should always be storing. And here are the results. I lost. Beaten by my own game? At least the AI is good.